as the director of Barbershop is handed the reins of Marvel's original super team, then steers it off a cliff. Come on! And don't tell me there's no way to make a good Fantastic Four movie. It's called The Incredibles, and it's perfect. Witness a more or less faithful adaptation of the totally bananas 1961 origin story, where a space cloud gives four people completely different superpowers, leading to one movie about recreating the space cloud on Earth, and one movie about...
Because, to make a little bit like, yep, this for you, buddy. So I put a deck together. Hopefully you have all these cards, because I didn't get exactly what your level is. But so these are the cards that I use. But let's go and check out how this went. So I got 3 victories, and I'm going to show you those because, well, that's just the thing that do. But I'm also going to show you how many times it failed. So I started, where did I start? Here. I started with Golem. Golem is pretty good. And I won with Golem. But then I realized he said Giant spam. And I started putting Giant in. And let's count them. 1, 2. Ooh, we got a victory. So that's 2 and 1. Oh, 2 and 2. That's 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 and 5. 4 and 5. Oh, here we go. Oh, we're kind of even out. So I went 10 and 10, going up with Giant and Spam deck. So, I think he said specifically which I'm cheating a little bit because I can actually go on to Facebook and see exactly what he said. Which I took which out, and I brought her back in for the victory for the last ones. I was able to bring her back in for the last 3. So let's go take a look. See. Oh, I'm sorry, it was Steven. I'm sorry, Steven. I was somebody else I was talking to earlier that was Mike, and he was from YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, but Clash Royale. So I'm sorry, Steven. And I'm not even going to try to butcher your name. So Splasher, Range Splasher, and Tank Style. So that I don't normally play this way, but I play this way to try to actually say, well, this is the best way to play, but I don't normally play this way. And what I mean by that is this right here. I'm going to put the whatever this guy name is, Rider, Knight out first. I don't normally play first. Well, I do, but I play behind the tower. But I just played just to get him out because I wanted to rotate to the Giant and get him out there so we can have a splash tank. But now that I see that literally Giant Witch. So he did say Giant Witch. Okay. So when you're doing this, you got to protect your Giant, and that's the reason why I brought in you see the other knight. Dang it, what is his name? Okay, one is Royal Knight, that's probably him. And so the whole purpose of me putting them out is to protect the Giant from the things that are in front of him. You have to be able to do that in order to keep first of all, be able to get behind, because usually what happens is when you get into this area, can't tap it, but once you get into the bridge area, it's hard to actually defend your Giant. And so that's the issue that you come across, is like how to keep the Giant alive and how to actually push, because as you saw, they came back with a team and actually took out this tower. So it's not so much about your first reaction, your first push. It's more about the counter and to be able to come back. And so that's what this actual game is about, coming back and actually getting the victory. So we're going to try it again on this side. And now I got my healer behind. And I tried some other games. I don't know if you got a chance to actually see some of the decks, but you can actually slow the video down and look at some of the decks that I had experiment with. And this is the one I got 3 victories. The last victory is pretty much is this a victory? This don't look like a victory. This is not a victory. I wonder what happened. But that is a big issue, so you get the chance to see a defeat. I don't know how this happened. I literally remember putting my hand, but you know, nope, I was 1 down. I should have went 1 up. I was 1 down, should have went 1 up. But that's usually the issue, is the counter is a big count, especially ahead of time. This is actually it. And what happens is that you're left playing from behind, not really all the time, but you're left playing from behind. So obviously I got the victory. Benefit out of that is that he had those little wall breakers, and well, you won't be seeing too many of them in this game. I have to cycle around to the giant in this game. He's gonna try a split push, but I'm gonna keep his attention. So I got my witch out, and you see I got enough elixir for but he's gonna turn around and pull a whole log fireball cycle. That's pretty much going to nullify my witch. Right. So that's where the frost wizard comes in, and this is where you see down here at the bottom, you see the baby dragon. Because a lot of times they have decks like that, and so you have to have another counter for splash. You said you want splash, they do splash. I also brought the wizard in. He's more AoE than splash. He can hit 2 people than 1. I probably could have played another one where we could have had, but I don't think I could have actually put bomber in this actual deck. I probably could, but I had to take out the healer. And so he's going to get 1 in, but he's not going to get more. But yeah, this is going to be a common thing. So no, not too much. In this game, it's going to be witch. But I actually will get a witch giant combo down the line. So, yay. But it's a little tricky because usually that's what people can do. You're gonna either have somebody that's gonna log and bomb, and there's really not too much nothing you could do with that. Just be prepared to use other. I usually bait them out by using other cards, like the dragon and the I would say wizard, because it will allow me to get my witch out, and then I can have that combination. But this is actually going to be, I'll just spoil it for you. He's going to be distracted in the end, and he will not be able to get a chance to finish what he started. And so, as you can see, the game is so now we got somebody to heal the giant, and I'm trying to get, so he's going for it, and I wasn't able to get my witch out. I thought I would be, but I didn't. Okay, so he's gonna bomb this. Well, no, he's not. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I just played the game. I literally just played this game. I don't do too many Clash videos because there's so many people doing Clash Royale. But I'm just doing this video to kind of show a better way to help someone out in there. That was a typical issue you usually deal with is the witch getting taken out because she's pretty much as you can see, she's level 12, and then the next level up is 13. And can I pull it up? So I need like 200 cards to get her up to 13. It's not too far away from that. But second, oopsie. Oh, 10 minutes. Oh, let's roll. So I wanted to show, I did actually want to show like what it takes to get to this point. And you gotta see the meta. That's another way in order to use a giant witch combo, which is great. Another one I probably, when I get a little bit more time and I start experimenting a little bit more, I'm going to actually kind of put a mirror in here. That's mostly going to be for end of play, and it won't come out till end of play. But I might, in some games, actually let them know I do have mirror and it's going down. But in the meantime, I generally will play mirror last, and that's a good combo because once they spend all that time taking your witch out, you turn around and put another witch back on there. That was for me a good combination for a while. I have not played a giant witch combination in a long time, so I think this might be the one at the top, which I think the person quit after. Nope, he was level 12, so no, that's not this one. I think he was just about getting those crowns. But it worked out for me because I had to make a video and I wanted at least three victories or a majority victory compared to loss. So, in this one, this dude do everything at me, everything at the kitchen, including the kitchen sink, but kept it hard for me to really use a giant witch combo because they had to come out at different times. But I think I was able to do it a couple of times in this game because a lot of times that's what you want to do, but you have to play as the game pretty much pushes it out. As you can see, my giant is out and my witch has already went through the rotation. But we're going to see how this goes. I can actually turn that off. Even I'm kind of forgetting how some of this is actually going to turn out. So, but mostly, I used to be impressed early on about having a witch, giant combo, and it's just knowing the rules. I know I pulled that up, but it's just by playing, just knowing the rules of playing. If you want to play that combo and really give it to him, because I can see, look, if you can see, like the giant dealing a lot of damage, they got to focus on the giant, and then you have the witch back here who's spamming, who's keeping them busy. You got to be able to counter some of the things, so you might want a mirror in your deck to actually bring out a second witch, but that's only really good at double elixir time or even possibly triple elixir where you can actually bring in another witch. And like I said, when I get that combo together, I'll be able to show you one last video, the last victory video. It's really, really good. I don't know if you used it, but if you have and said, well, no, it never worked for me. I've seen a lot of great I've literally played a deck and then watched somebody after I get rid of a lot of the cards of the deck and put another deck together. I've watched them literally put like about 5 of the cards I had in that previous deck and turn around and demolish me. So the thing that you would like to have is like, how did you get those victories? And it's really the strategy behind it. And if you use a mirror giant witch, is basically timing. When is the right time to drop them down? So you definitely got to have a fight team to allow you to fight. Sometimes it's better. Now this is the one where I put in the giant out every chance. But some games is you don't want to bring them out until the end. So, and that way be like, oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. So, yeah, I pretty much spoiled this for you. He's gonna give up at the end. He's just not gonna even try. So I'm like, okay. It works out for me because I get to show three victories. Yay! And so that would be like the next set I will do. This is basically me just experimenting. I don't normally run a giant witch, but I have seen it ran on me a couple of times, and I just use typical counters to counter them. Make sure that I can get to the witch, and I don't usually use fireball or log, so it's not exactly easy to get to her, and you got to pretty much wear everybody out. But um, they pretty much, honestly, this guy had my number for the most part, and basically just said, I got what I wanted. If you want it, come and get it. But I don't know if he really thought he was going to win or what. I don't know, but because he could have kept. One thing about this in particular time, you could literally spam both sides. But I guess he didn't think I was going to actually take it, but I did. So these are the three victories I got with them, and I think I was able to put Witch out. Did I put Witch out? Witch, where are you? Drop. No. I didn't put them right then and there, but okay. But that's basically a strategy. I might come out with maybe another video where it's more clear on actual the gameplay, but it's literally like watching how they counter what you're doing at all times, and then seeing how they counter you, and that's how you're able to late game use a witch and giant combo. One quick look in some of these games. I did get a victory outside with it with this team here. I'll show this team at another time because this video is kind of long. So and I think I did pretty well in this one. I did pretty well. No, wait a minute. I'm sorry. This is Golem. Actually, I didn't start winning again until I put Witch back in there. So it's a great combination to have. Hope this answers some of your questions. If not, leave a comment, say, give me a little bit more. And I already said I'm going to put out at least another video. It won't be this long, but yeah. So I'm going to talk to you later.